Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to be discussing all of my makes from 2025. Some of the things I made on camera, some of the things I made off camera, some of the things I made off camera, and I recorded it, so they will be in a future video. So those ones we won't discuss too much in depth, but everything else we can discuss in depth. So to start off, this was the first skirt that I made and the first thing that I made on this channel. This skirt is great. I love this skirt. My only complaint about it is it's a little bit more high-waisted than I liked, but I still wear it all the time. And I moved the button slightly, and I don't like how I moved the button up here. And then I ended up having to put like a little hook closure here, and it just kind of sits a little bit weird. So if I remake it, I would definitely follow the button pattern that they have on there, because I did not. I'm not really sure why I didn't, I don't remember, but I still love it. I still wear this skirt all the time, more so than I thought I would. Now this shirt here is a shirt that I made off camera. It originally started life as a skirt. I had bought this fabric, which matches my wallpaper, to make as a skirt for a convention that we were supposed to go to, but the fabric was just not drapey enough. It was too stiff. It was not what I had anticipated was coming, so I ended up upcycling it into a shirt, and I love this shirt and I wear it all the time. This is a Presley shirt. This was a shirt that I made as a wearable mock-up for another shirt that I plan on making made out of silk that I've had in my stash for a really long time. I wanted to make a wearable mock-up first because obviously I have had the silk for a long time and I love it. It's so beautiful. However, I don't want to use it on something that I'm not sure is going to fit or is not going to be successful. So I made this as a wearable mock-up. This is slightly too big, so I'm going to size down a little bit. And this is a charm pattern. I do have the footage for the making of this shirt, and I will probably include it when I make that other shirt. This skirt here is just another circle skirt that I made off camera. I made it at the beginning of the year, and I just recently finished it. I don't know why I waited so long, mostly because I made the pockets on it and they ended up going this direction, and they were really small and I didn't like them, so I had to take them off. And so I think it's just sat there because I just didn't feel like messing with it. This is another shirt that I made on camera. Love it. It's great. I wear it all the time. No notes on it. It's great. This skirt I made off camera. It is a Brooklyn skirt, and I love it. It's great. My only thing with this is that sometimes it's a little bit too loose on me, and I'm not really sure if I should take it in or not. This is made out of a rayon that I got in Hawaii. So the fabric for this one was in my stash for many years, probably like 10 years or so. And I was finally able to get some use out of it, and I love this skirt. The skirt fits most of the time. Like I said, I'm unsure if I want to actually take it in because sometimes, you know, body fluctuations and stuff. Sometimes it fits really well and sometimes it's a little bit loose. But all in all, I love this skirt. It's probably one of my favorite things that I've made. And I think a lot of it is because of the fabric. I love the fabric. Even though it was a rayon, it was far easier to work with this rayon than it was to work with some of the other rayons that I've had. And this one too wasn't that bad, even though it was a rayon. It was kind of annoying, but they were both relatively easier to work with than some of the other ones that I have worked with in the past, and on some of the projects that I'll discuss here. So these ones, no notes on. I love them. So this was a jacket that I made fully off camera. And the reason why I made this jacket was as a wearable mock-up for a jacket that I plan to make in wool. I have some gray wool coating. It's not super heavyweight, but some lightweight gray wool coating that I want to make this jacket out of, but I didn't want to make it initially out of it because I was not 100% sure about the fit. This was another Charm Patterns, and I have to tell you that Charm Patterns are probably like my favorite indie pattern company so far that I've tried. Their stuff almost always fits me. I have very little fit issues with them, and I usually don't even have to make any fit adjustments or any adjustments at all. They fit exactly the way she says they're supposed to, and I love them. So this jacket here, the only thing I modified on it was I added these pockets because the original pattern does not have any pockets in the jacket, and I am just not the kind of person that wants a jacket with no pockets. She has an inside pocket, which I did make, but this inside pocket will not fit your cell phone. She says it's supposed to, but maybe it was from a couple years ago, because right now my phone does not fit in it. So I made these pockets, I added these pockets. They're just welt pockets, and they were relatively easy to do, and I can show that when I do the video for the wool one, when I make that next year sometime, because I'm not tackling any more projects right now. But I love this jacket. I wear it all the time. It's lightweight enough that I can wear it most of the time here. And then if it's really cold, which is very rare, that's what the other jacket is going to be for. That's going to be wool. So I'm excited to make that. And like I said, I love this jacket. I really have no notes on it. Barring the fact that this fabric was quite thick to sew through, so hand sewing on it was a little bit difficult, but that's really not an issue with the pattern. I just really love this pattern. I love almost all her patterns. Every one that I have tried, I have loved. So this shirt is another one of her patterns. This is like a unisex shirt, so it doesn't fit super well because it's not supposed to, but this is the Presley shirt, and I think this was the first pattern that I made that was from her. And then I also made the cat one, which was the Presley shirt also, and I just made it a little bit longer. So because this one is a little bit short, I had shortened it a little too much. I made that one a little bit longer, which I liked. The only notes that I have on that is if I lengthen it, because this is a unisex pattern, it's really designed more for men, I would just say that just to like make a little opening here so that when it goes over the hips, it's not, because women have hips, it's not like bunching up or anything like that. So that's the only thing that I would say about that. But that pattern is designed to be a unisex pattern, so that's like an expected thing. You wouldn't expect it to fit like a woman's shirt. Whereas the other white one is another charm pattern, and it fits beautifully. It's just, I made it in a bigger size because I thought I needed a bigger size, and I really did not. So this is my gambit dress that I made on camera. When I made it a little bit too short, and also the waistband was just weird. So I ended up going back and fixing these pieces here so they would overlap a little bit better, and I added a waistband to it, and that fixed all of the issues that I was having with the waistband. It made it fit me better, and it lengthened it obviously a couple of inches. So the length is much more where I wanted it to be. The top fits me much better, and it generally looks much better with this waistband on. It looks so much better. The pockets are now in the right spot, whereas before they were a little too high because it was just too high. The only notes that I have on this is that I made these armholes just a little too snug. So I feel like I can't really move my arms super well in it. I am not going back in to fix it. It is going to stay the way it is. It is wearable, and I still love how it fits me and how it looks. However, in the future, I know I need to open up this armhole a little bit more in the pattern, and I still haven't gone back and done that simply because I don't have any plans to make another one right now. I really like it, but I'm not planning on making another one right now because I have one in my wardrobe. I don't feel like I need another one. And if I did make it again, I would probably make it in something that's washable. Though I love it in this wool. It's great. It's beautiful. I shy away from wearing it so often because of the fact that it isn't washable, and I worry about having to take it to the dry cleaners. I'm also very self-conscious about my makes. I don't really want to take it to the dry cleaners and have them judge me, even though everything is finished on the inside and it looks just as good on the inside as it does on the outside. I'm just self-conscious, but I love it, and I'm so happy that I made it. So this is another dress that I made. I modified this pattern just a little bit to have these buttons and make it look like a little bit of a pinafore. I love this dress. My only complaint is that I did these buttonholes the wrong direction. They should have been the other way because it pulls. And I think if I made it again, I would not do it like this. I would probably just make the straps attached to it, or maybe have buttons in the back or something like that. I don't know. I also, when I made this, I didn't completely line up these back seams here on the waistband, but it's only marginally, like only off by a small amount, so it doesn't look terrible. And I'm probably the only one that notices it, so it just bothers me. But I love this fabric, and I love this dress. I wear it as often as I can because I think it's great. It's really pretty. It's really fun. The only other thing that I don't like about it is that it is a very thick fabric. And so when I wear stockings underneath it, sometimes it sticks to the dress. So this was another shirt that I made when I made that other brown shirt. This one is a knit fabric. I wear this shirt sometimes. The problem with this shirt is that it is a little bit short, so if I raise up my arms, it goes up, so I can only wear it with certain things. I do like it, and I had planned on making another one, and I tried with my serger, but I was very unsuccessful. It kept getting stuck, and the thread tensions, while fine when I did it straight, as soon as I tried to put the shirt in there, it was just all out of whack, so I kind of gave up on that. I might eventually do another one with the serger, not this particular kind, but I found another free pattern that I'd like to try for some long sleeve shirts. I think they also have a short sleeve option, but I found that and I would like to try that with my serger and see if I can be successful because I do still have some knit fabric left over, some of this and some other stuff too in my stash. This skirt, I kind of have mixed feelings on. I really like the silhouette of the skirt. However, the fabric was a nightmare to work with. It's all cut on the bias and it's all like puckered and it's just, I don't like it. I like the silhouette of the skirt and I would probably make it again, but I don't like the fact that it's all cut on the bias. So I would probably completely ignore their grain line suggestions and cut it on the straight grain. Even if I cut it on the straight grain, obviously some of it would still be on the bias, but the way they have you cut it like this, I do not like the way it came out. On top of the fact that there is a part on the back here where the fabric somehow got messed up, and I've only worn it like once. So this fabric is just really, really kind of slippery, and I'm just not a fan. And this is a rayon challis, so I've used other rayon challis and not had a problem with it, or other rayons and not had a problem with it, but I do not like this fabric, and I think that specifically this one, I was not a big fan. I would have been better off if I had gotten it in a cotton sateen, like the lantern fabric, because it was in the same collection at Mood. And I think that if they had had this in a cotton sateen, I would have been better off getting it like that and making it out of that. And I think that I would have liked it better. It would have been more durable and it wouldn't have been falling apart. So for this, I may decide to upcycle this into something else. So my Alphaba costume. The jacket fits on its own by itself. It's just too tight right now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix it. And I don't know if I'll be able to wear it with this underneath because it's just too many layers and too tight. And I don't think that when I made it, I anticipated having not enough room to wear it underneath or to wear something underneath of it. So I've taken the buttons off of it. You can see there's no buttons. And I've been messing with it a little bit. I just recently took the buttons off rather. And I'm trying to decide how I'm going to make it so that it can be worn with something underneath it. And if it's unsuccessful, then it would just have to be worn by itself. And I don't know how I'm going to tackle that. So that's for future me. Right now, I'm just not interested in looking at it. As far as the dress underneath goes, I love the dress. The dress is great. I still have feelings about the shirt that wants to slap me in the face. I don't like it still, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it. I'd probably just scrap it or not wear it. But the dress I do like, and I did wear the dress to the movie, and I wore it with that white collared shirt underneath, and it looked really cute. But I couldn't wear the jacket over the top of it because all of it was just too tight together, and the buttons were pulling. It had some weird pulling. So if I wanted to wear it as a full outfit in a cosplay, I would probably have to remake the jacket to be slightly bigger. It wasn't perfect anyway. It was kind of an experiment. So overall, not bad, but you know, I don't like the shirt. I really like the skirt, and I like the jacket by itself. So this is my circle skirt that I made. I I really don't have anything on this. I just wish that it had pockets. I didn't add pockets because I just wanted to do 2 panels. I didn't think I had enough fabric for more than 2 panels so that I would be able to add pockets to it. But I probably did, but I just kind of made it easier by doing that. I put the zipper on the side, which again, I wish I hadn't done that. I wish I had done it as a 3-panel skirt so I could have had pockets and a zipper in the back, because I'm not a big fan of zippers on the side, but otherwise it's not bad. I just recently had to fix it because I had taken in the waist of it when I made it, but it made the bottom like really full on the one side and look weird. So I just recently fixed that and now it looks perfect and I can wear it. The only thing with this is this fabric is a little bit scratchy. So I have to make sure that whatever I'm wearing it with, I have something underneath. So like stockings or something like that underneath, because otherwise it irritates my skin. And I think it's just because it's wool, but it's wool mixed with either cotton or polyester. I'm not really sure. And I'm leaning more towards probably polyester because of the way it feels. And it's just a scratchy feeling. So that being said, I just need to make sure I wear it in the winter so that I can have stockings underneath. So this bolero was one of the first projects that I made on screen. Super easy. Simple. No notes really on it. I mean, it's cute. Maybe the fabric choice wasn't the best, but it was what I had in my stash that would match, and I wanted to make it so that it would match this dress. Now, this dress is a dress that I made out of a cotton or rayon. I'm not really sure what it was, but I got this in Hawaii. The only problem with it is that it's slightly too big, and this was before I really understood all the things about fitting that I kind of am a little bit better at now. I wouldn't say I'm perfect at it. I've been learning and getting better at it, but this doesn't fit me as good as I would like. However, I think I want to give it a shot and try to wear it and see how comfortable it is, because I made it either the end of last year or the beginning of this year. I can't really remember, and I haven't worn it at all. And I love the fabric. So if I don't like it, if I don't like wearing it, I'll probably upcycle the fabric into something else, because this is another fabric that I got in Hawaii and I really want to be able to wear it. Whatever I make out of it, I want to be able to wear it. So whether it be another skirt or something like that, because I could probably upcycle it into just a skirt with a waistband on it, a similar skirt to like how this looks, and make it into a waistband or whatever. But I just want to be able to wear it because I really, really love this fabric. And I can't get any more. So this one I am not going to put on the mannequin because it's a pain in the butt. This is my dirndl. It's a little bit wrinkly. I did my best to try to iron it, but I was getting a little frustrated by it. So this is my dirndl, and then I made the top underneath, and I love this. However, when I washed it, the fabric got all like puckered, and I don't know if it messed up like the bonding between the fusible interfacing and the fabric. So if I can't get it to look good, if I can't iron it out or whatever, fix it, I might have to remake the bodice portion of it and just make it without interfacing. I might put bones in it to keep it straight or whatever. I haven't really decided yet because I really didn't realize that it had happened until I pulled it out yesterday to record the video. And so I didn't know that it had happened. And then this is just the apron that went with it. I'm just hoping that I can get that stuff out. Okay, so now we're down to the last couple, and these ones are things that I did record and I plan on putting out. So I'm just gonna go over them really quickly because I don't wanna go into too much detail, because I will later in a future video. So this one here, I kind of modeled it before. It is the artist apron dress that I made from Charm Patterns. Again, love her patterns. I think she truly understands how to fit things to a woman's body, and she makes her patterns really great. I can't recommend her enough. I never have any issues with fitting when I make one of her patterns. And then this one, this was the last thing that I made. This is a Christmas dress, and this one I made with a 1940s reproduction pattern. And while I love the pattern and I love the fabric that I picked, the arms are wrinkly and I might decide to make them into a short sleeves. And it also is a little too big on me. So fitting issues because I rushed it and I didn't make any adjustments to the mock-up. I thought it looked okay. So there's that. But I did record the making of that, so I will go more into detail with that. And the last thing that I will show you guys, which does not fit on the mannequin, is my completed cosplay for Zelda. She is most of the way finished, and I just need to film the reveal. So I don't want to get too much into detail on it. I will talk more about it in the reveal, and I'm excited to film it. I wanted to film it today, however, the weather is nasty out. It's quite overcast and yucky, and it's probably going to rain. So that will happen relatively soon, along with me editing all of the live stuff. The last two things I just realized that I forgot. This one here, I'm not putting it on the mannequin because it's kind of a pain in the butt to get back on and off. This was the overalls that I made for the Halloween overalls. They're just a little too big on me, and I might have to go in and adjust those. I also don't really like how it has ties in the back, and if I was to make this pattern again, I would change those. And then these, I also wore these in the little spinny thing. These are another pair of overalls that I made as a wearable mock-up to make a pair of overalls out of denim, which I have in my stash. My only thing with these overalls is they have buttons on the side, which is not a problem. But the button to hold the strap on is in the back. So between the buttons in the back for the strap and the buttons on the side, it's impossible to get on and it's impossible to get off. And God forbid you have to go to the bathroom really quickly. Good luck getting them off. So I have to modify that pattern before I make it into anything that I plan on wearing out of the house. Right now, I just made it out of some scrap fabric that I had lying around. It's different here, here, and here. So like, it's just whatever I had that I used up. And I made it out of flannel so that I could I just wanted to see how it would fit. And it does fit, but the only problems that I said are like getting in and out of it. So those are something that I have to figure out how to make so that it's a little bit more user-friendly, because I know it's like a 1940s overall pattern or something like that. And how did they get in and out of it when they had to go to the bathroom? Because like, it's really difficult to button up yourself. And it's also really difficult to get the buttons unbuttoned. Like, how do you do it? I don't know. Some other things that I tackled on this channel this year that were not things that I made for myself included my son's kimono and his hakama pants, and my son's pants for his cosplay, for the Leanne S. Kennedy cosplay, and also making the pants and the shirt for my boyfriend's Zach cosplay. Things that I would prefer to make include things that, I don't know. I really like vintage style, so anything that's kind of vintage style, I really enjoy making those. I really especially like them when they fit me well, such as the stuff that I made from Charm Patterns. All of those I really, really liked. Things that I would prefer not to make again. I really don't know what I would prefer not to make again, because I feel like I'd like to give everything a try, at least. Maybe I wouldn't want to make it again if I didn't like it. I don't know. Whatever. The easiest things that I made this year, probably the circle skirts. Those were some of the easiest projects that you can make. They're easy to self-draft and easy to make yourself, easy to finish in an afternoon. And some of the shirts that I made also were relatively easy. What I've learned this year, let's see. I've learned a lot about editing. I've learned a lot about camera work. I'm not always the best at it, as my boyfriend will definitely tell you. I've definitely learned a lot more about how to use my machine better and about like finishing seams better. And I've definitely improved with my hand sewing skills and self-drafting patterns and becoming a little bit more confident with that kind of stuff. And I definitely can see the difference between what I made at the beginning of the year and what I've made recently and how much better it looks. So goals for next year, I definitely want to do some more self-drafted patterns. I also plan on doing a skirt block and a pants block so that I can make some more of those things, because I haven't tackled that yet. I think I need to also improve my bodice block, because I think it falls a little bit short. I need to make it so that it will be able to connect to whatever skirt block I make. So there's that. And then I do want to self-draft more patterns and also digitize them, all the things that I have drafted. And so that I can potentially sell them in the future if I want, but also so that I don't have a room full of paper patterns. Because right now, my room that has the paper patterns in it is a complete and total mess. And I'd really like to clean that up and get rid of some of that paper. So those are definitely goals for next year. I definitely want to focus more on doing more cosplay and making a couple of more things for my boyfriend and my son, because I have lots, but they don't really have a lot. So I definitely think that that is something that I want to tackle next year as well. Hey guys, just wanted to jump in here and say one more quick thing that I forgot to mention in that other video that I was making. While I was editing, I realized that I didn't tell you guys I'm going to take off the first 2 weeks of January. I had originally planned on taking off 2 weeks in December, but that ended up not happening because I was still finishing up a bunch of projects. So I will likely post my first video for the year in January around the 16th. I am also going to continue to work on all of my editing the Zelda live stuff that I previously made, and I will put those out as I finish editing them. But any new material, I will probably not have anything posted until like around the 16th of January. So I hope you guys all have a really happy new year, and I will see you next year. If you like my content and want to support my channel, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next year. Happy New Year, and I hope everyone had a great Christmas and a healthy, happy New Year.